Good morning. You join me on yet another start of a new project for Urbacity. My name's Josh. I'm the project manager at Urbacity Design Build. And this one's a little bit different, but a lot of the same. We're going to be ripping down this house behind us. In fact, we've already started and building a new custom home in this location. We're in beautiful Rockland on the main drag here. And this is going to be a 3-bedroom custom home, slab on grade. A lot of the same construction techniques you've seen us use in the past. Not trying to reimagine anything, but just build everything a little bit better. So come along the journey with me, and here we go. All right, now that the house is all ripped down, I want to give you the specs on this build. Slab on grade, single story, 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. Client is very interested in making sure that they have space to entertain. So the living spaces are going to be much larger than the bedrooms, for example. And we have a very unusually shaped lot. So the lot actually has a kink in it, kind of a dog leg left.
But then it starts curving to the left.
If you're a golfer, and works its way to the back. Now, we have an existing garage on the property, and we're actually going to be doing his and hers garages. This is, I've never seen that before. I'm excited to do it. So there's going to be a garage right where I'm standing here, and then there's the existing garage that's his garage for working on whatever he's going to work on. So he's going to be over there, she's going to be over here. Front door obviously facing the road, 2 driveways, one coming in here, one coming in there. Huge amount of space at the back to work. So we're going to get this building out of the way. The new front of the building's a little bit closer, or a little further away from the road, I should say, a little closer to me. And, it's going to be tied into the existing garage. So we're going to be doing the slab on grade and a bench. I'm getting ahead of myself. Get this house out of the way. Let's get some gravel down, and then we'll keep going on this. And just like that, building's gone, pads in. Check this out, come here. We've laid out our perimeter foam all the way around. We've built up our sub base here, so we've got a nice level service. Even the services are in. We've excavated out last week. We've got our new services tied in to the corner of the house right there. That's all it takes, a couple days. I'm very happy with the progress here. What we're doing right now is we're laying out our foam. That's gonna go underneath our formwork. When we pour our slab, we obviously have to have foam underneath it. So that's what we're doing right now. You can see the perimeter of the house is taking shape all the way around here. This is gonna be the garage. Front entrance is right here. Everything's coming together. Next step is to get stone in the middle brought up. On the outside of the foundation, we have 16 inches of concrete. It goes up 4 inches in the middle. We don't need to have big mass of concrete here. So we're gonna fill this up with stone using a stone slinger, just pulled up on site. So we're gonna get this all filled up. The boys are just cleaning up and getting ready for lunch here. This is all gonna get filled with stone. Tomorrow the plumber's gonna be here to start doing the underground rough-in. Everything's going really smooth. I'll quit talking. Let's get going on this. Get the plumber, electrician, get ready for concrete. Here we go. So the way this works is fairly simple. This is a stone slinger. It's got a powered conveyor belt. He's expelling stone out and literally just throwing it across. And what we're doing is building up the hump like I just talked about. Our perimeter goes 16 inches away from the face of the slab, and everywhere else we can afford to build it up because we don't need that much concrete. If you imagine the house where all the weight is, it's actually on the perimeter. The roof goes to the outside of the walls, which carries it all the way down. So this is where the real weight is. We don't need to worry too much about weight on the middle because all it really is just walking space, just cabinetry or couches or what have you. And we're gonna get this all thrown in, and then we'll be able to cover the whole thing in foam, tape it all up, and then we'll get our vapor barrier. Check this out. All right, so gravel's in, forms are up, and look at this, we got rebar. So this is our rebar mesh. It's gonna go on top of the entire perimeter. We've just dumped it here from the delivery, but this is it. You can see I'm standing in the garage right now. Got most of our foam put in. We just gotta put our perimeter foam in. This is the front porch. It's all part of the same monolithic slab. If you remember back from the Oxford Mills video, we used foam to divide the pores. When we're actually trying to insulate the house, it's really important to try and divide the heated spaces, the unheated spaces. I mean, that's the principle of insulation. But a lot of things that get overlooked is division between the concrete slabs. Now, Now this is a monolithic slab, but it's not really, because we want to divide the heated and unheated spaces. So this is why we use the foam right down to the perimeter. So we essentially created an entire container of foam around the entire house. Imagine if we didn't have this here, just all the heat in the winter time from the slab would just be leaking out everywhere. We've got most of our rebar tied in at this point. Just need to elevate it a little bit. You can see it here, a little bit of cleanup with the rocks, not a big deal. Check this out. We've got basically all of our foam in. The boys are wrapping up the last bit. Jesse and Craig and Cam are getting after that. We've got the boys from MasterTech as well, laying out all of our radiant tubes. We passed our plumbing inspection last week, so everything's been covered up now, but this is it here. And so we've got our various fixtures and all the way around the place. We took a great deal of care to make sure everything's laid out exactly where it needs to go, to make sure we don't have to shift everything around. In situations like the shower, which is this one over here, we're gonna make sure that we have a block put around around the sleeve here, so we have adjustability within it. You can see there's no trap put on here yet, so we may have to make sure we install that as well. We're gonna let the boys get the radiant done. We're gonna put our rebar mesh all the way around, and then we're ready for the pour as of probably tomorrow. Let's cut to that, and let's get on with the pour. So it's a chilly day here at the end of November. I'm often asked by our clients, can you start a job in the middle of winter? Frankly, we work all year round. We don't take time off. The answer is usually just like we normally do. This is a normal pour on a normal day. If it was the middle of July, we'd be wearing probably not a jacket. We'd be pouring the exact same way. The one change is the concrete we order. Concrete we order can be actually rated to be more exothermic than it is. The mixture of cement and water is exothermic, or releases heat. We basically make a mix that releases more heat for a longer period of time. And so that's why you see the steam coming off of it. It's -2 out right now. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. It allows us to just basically control the rate of curing so that we make sure that we're not going to have our concrete freeze. There's lots of water trapped in concrete. We don't want it to freeze. We're going around, spreading all the concrete out, getting it placed where we want to so we can raise the mesh, and then we're going to start filling this in. It's not going to take long. If you check out our Oxford Mills video, you're going to see that was an all-day pour. We're planning to have this wrapped up by lunch. We're not even going to order pizza, I don't think. Probably still order pizza. We've got our foam down, radiant's in, it's all pressurized, ready to go. And all it's left to do is just fill it up with concrete. So let's go. And that was a completely uneventful pour. Got all the concrete in place now. We've used different concrete in the main house as we have from the front porch and over there in the garage. We use concrete with air entrainment, which means it has air mixed in, which allows it to expand and contract. Because the house is heated, it's not going to expand and contract. It's going to stay at the consistent temperature all year round, so we don't have to worry about that. We've placed our air concrete now, so the boys are going to let it set up a little bit more. And as it gets set up, these guys are going to continue to trowel it. It's just about 11 o'clock, so 3-hour pour, and they're going to continue to trowel well into the night and make sure everything's nice and perfectly flat. I wish I could talk more about the drama and manufacturers and stuff, but honestly, this is just 9 to 5 for us. Boys are going to trowel this out, get it brushed. We're going to wrap up from here. Next video is going to start on Monday, where we're going to start framing. We're going to get our foam perimeter backfilled. We're going to have this framed up and closed up, hopefully before Christmas. See you then. Bye.